Some women light up a room the moment they enter. Others, well, the light floods back when they leave. Let's be clear. This isn't about blame or bitterness. It's about clarity. If you've lived long enough, and I know you have, you've seen it. Not every smile is friendly. Not every hand you clasp is meant to hold yours in return. Life's too brief to pour your time, energy, and hard-won peace into women who drain you, confuse you, or keep you doubting yourself, especially those hiding behind charm, beauty, or polished social graces. Today's video reveals 6 undeniable signs of bad women, traits you can't ignore. This isn't judgment, it's wisdom, about discerning who earns a place at your table and who's there just to take the bread. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." I'd add, it also hinges on the company you choose. Let's hone that clarity together. Ready? Let's dive in. Sign 1. She's always the victim. The first sign many women miss until it's too late. She's always the victim. Always. Whether it's a stranger at the store, her lifelong best friend, or her last 3 ex-husbands, she's the one hurt, betrayed, or wronged in every tale. You sit across from her, listening, nodding, maybe feeling protective. She's convincing, painting vivid scenes of life's unfairness, how misunderstood she is. If you're not attentive, you might think she just needs someone to treat her right. That's the lure. But the longer you stay, the clearer it becomes. This isn't about old wounds, it's about control. I knew Tom, a steady, kind man, who met such a woman post-divorce. At first, he found her openness refreshing. She shared everything, her ex's lies, her boss stifling her for being a strong woman, her family always favoring her sister. Tom admired her resilience. But months passed, and the stories never ceased, always following the same script. Everyone was toxic, every job ended unjustly, every friendship dissolved in betrayal. Tom soon found himself cast in roles he didn't choose, either the hero, endlessly affirming her, or the villain, when he disagreed or dared suggest she take responsibility. This is where it turns perilous. A woman who sees herself as a perpetual victim never owns her part in anything. She rewrites every scenario to fit her truth. And if you get close, you're pulled into her narrative, often as the next cause of her pain. You'll become the one who failed her, who never truly understood. It's an exhausting cycle. Stoicism teaches we can't control others, only ourselves. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you'll find strength. But a woman clinging to victimhood rejects that power, yielding to life circumstances and expecting others to carry her emotional load. She'll sap your energy, patience, and if you're careless, your peace. So, what's the answer? See it for what it is. Stop playing savior. Don't shoulder wounds she won't heal. Stay rooted in reason, not emotion. Offer compassion, but hold firm boundaries. If the stories never shift, step back, quietly, resolutely. Stoic wisdom shows peace lies within. And if someone keeps dragging you into chaos, walking away isn't cruel. It's wise. Sign 2. She's addicted to drama. The second sign hits your gut before your eyes catch it. She's addicted to drama. I'm not talking about occasional emotional flares. We all have those. This is a woman whose life plays out like a ceaseless stage drama, one she directs, stars in, and rewrites hourly. If things get too calm, too stable, she'll spark chaos just to feel alive. To her, peace feels dull. Steadiness breeds restlessness, and without realizing it, you're drawn into a whirlwind of conflict, confusion, and emotional turmoil that never stops. It often starts small. Maybe she's upset because you seemed distracted during her story or didn't text back fast enough. Suddenly, it's evidence you're drifting away. A quiet evening spirals into an argument you didn't see coming. You spend hours explaining, apologizing for something vague, left exhausted, while she seems oddly invigorated. That's the thing about drama addicts. Chaos fuels them. It's their comfort zone, keeping them center stage, with the world revolving around their emotions, while others scramble to keep pace. From a Stoic lens, this makes sense. Seneca wrote, "An angry man opens his mouth and shuts his eyes." Here, it fits. A drama-driven woman isn't seeking truth or resolution. She craves the power of stirring emotions, hers or yours. She loses reason, blinded by impulse, chasing stimulation, not harmony. If you're the nearest target, you're caught in her storm. The real danger is how easily you're swept in. You might think you're helping, calming the chaos, but you're not. You're playing a role in her script, draining your peace, clarity, and sense of self over time. You grow reactive, anxious, treading lightly, wondering what'll spark the next tempest. When a man loses his inner calm, he loses his greatest strength. The answer? Distance. Not always physical, but emotional. Step back. Let the waves crash without diving in. As Epictetus taught, we can't control others, only our response. Sometimes, the wisest response is silence, space, and refusing to join someone else's chaos. You're not bound to act in her drama. A Stoic man's role is to stay grounded, steady, and above all, free. Sign 3. She controls through guilt. Did you know guilt is a potent tool for psychological control? Studies reveal it triggers brain regions tied to physical pain, explaining that heavy chest, that tight gut. It's not just in your mind. Some women, the wrong ones, master pulling those strings. The third sign of a bad woman is this. She controls through guilt, not overtly, but in subtle, calculated ways that make you doubt your choices. At first, she seems sensitive, maybe upset, when you cancel plans for work, or goes silent if you suggest needing time alone. You think she just needs reassurance, so you give it. You shift plans, reorder priorities, each time surrendering a piece of yourself to dodge that disappointed look. The one saying, "I thought you were different. I thought I mattered." She never says it outright. Her sigh, her silence speaks volumes. You start feeling you're failing her, that no matter how hard you try, it's never enough. The trap is sneaky. You don't notice until you've crossed your own boundaries, no longer choosing based on reason or values, but reacting to avoid guilt's sting when you prioritize yourself. This is how she holds control. Guilt becomes her currency. The more you pay, the more she demands, not with words but through moods, gestures, or withheld affection. You explain your choices more than make them, becoming the villain if you miss her unspoken expectations. Slowly you stop being you, playing a role she's scripted. Stoic philosophy offers clarity here. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." When guilt steers your actions, you've lost freedom. It clouds judgment, trapping you in a cycle of appeasement, obscuring your purpose and values. The solution isn't to argue or fight. It's to set firm, clear boundaries, acting from reason, not fear. Give what aligns with who you are, not to escape punishment. When she tugs those guilt strings, stay calm, resolved, unmoved. A man rooted in his values, Standing steady is free. Taught no amount of guilt can take that freedom unless you surrender it. Sign 4. She lacks empathy. The fourth sign shows itself when life takes a sharp turn. And if you've lived long enough, you know those turns come. Maybe you lose someone dear, your health falters, or business crumbles. In those moments, you learn who truly stands by you. A woman lacking empathy won't be there. Or if she is, it's out of duty, not heart. You'll notice it in small ways first. Maybe you share you're drained after a grueling week, and she glances up from her phone for a moment before turning the talk back to her trivial day. Or you open up about something personal, mustering courage, and she skims past it like it's just another casual remark. There's a distance. You feel it. It's not just that she doesn't get it. She doesn't care to. A man I respect once shared about a woman he dated after his wife's death. At first, she seemed supportive, but when his grief's full weight emerged, needing someone to sit with him in silence, she grew restless, uneasy, impatient. She couldn't meet him there, offering shallow platitudes before shifting focus to her plans, her issues, her life. He soon realized he felt lonelier with her than alone. Stoic thought cuts through here. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." I'd add, don't waste time hoping someone becomes what they're not. Empathy can't be taught or coaxed. It's either present or absent, and its absence hits deep. An empathetic partner doesn't need to fix you or speak much. Her steady, sincere presence shows you're not alone. A woman without empathy can sit beside you, yet you'll feel worlds apart. If you're excusing her distance in your toughest moments, stop. Heed that feeling. Stoicism teaches us to accept what is, not what we wish for. If she can't offer compassion when life darkens, she won't weather the storms ahead. The answer isn't to demand more. It's to choose differently. Walk away, not in anger, but with clarity. Life's too short for a partner who hears with ears, but not with heart. Sign 5. She's obsessed with superficial things. The fifth sign is easy to miss at first, but, over time, drains your very spirit. She's obsessed with superficial things. This isn't casual. It's a woman who gauges life by appearances. The house's size, the shoe's cost, the crowd's likes and applause. These hold no lasting weight, yet she treats them as life itself. Her worth ties to what she can flaunt, not who she is. You might think it's harmless. What's wrong with liking nice things? But the issue runs deeper. It's not the objects, it's what they mean to her. Status, approval, superiority. She judges herself, and worse, you, by what you can display. You feel like a contestant in a relentless race you didn't enter. Whether you earn 6 figures or 7, drive a sturdy truck or a sleek car, it's never enough. There's always more, and she's always climbing for the next rung. The Stoics warned of this 2,000 years ago. Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Yet, a woman fixated on status is never satisfied. No matter what she gains, it's not contentment she feels, just a fleeting rush. Then emptiness, craving more. It's like pouring into a cracked jar. Everything leaks out. She's trapped chasing externals, and if you bind yourself to her, you'll be pulled along. Stoicism teaches that externals are indifferent. Marcus Aurelius called them things indifferent, adding nothing to your humanity. Character, virtue, how you live, these matter. A woman blind to the surface won't see that in you, no matter how true you live by those values. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." A woman obsessed with superficiality is the poorest companion. She'll never know peace or offer it. Peace is what a stoic man guards most. If you're with someone who values looks over substance, know this: chasing her shadows will cost your energy, dignity, peace. The solution, though tough, is clear. Walk away, not in bitterness, but in wisdom. A man who cherishes peace knows when to leave a shallow life behind. Sign 6. She can't admit she's wrong. The sixth sign reveals itself in minor disagreements that balloon far beyond their scope. She can't admit she's wrong, ever. You might present clear facts, explain calmly, even offer undeniable proof, yet she'll twist the narrative to stay right. If facts fail her, she shifts the ground. Suddenly, it's not about the issue, but how you've made her feel. Attacked her character, or always do this. The original point vanishes beneath a flood of emotional deflection. At first, you might chalk it up to pride or a bad day. But over time, it's a pattern. She never owns mistakes, no matter how small. Defending a poor choice, a hurtful remark, or a clear misstep to the end. To her, being wrong equals weakness, and weakness is unthinkable. This runs deeper than pride. Psychologically, those who can't admit fault often guard a fragile self-image. Blame feels like a threat to their identity, so they fight to shield it. But prioritizing being right over everything sacrifices growth, connection, trust. One who can't admit fault can't learn, and one who can't learn can't grow. The Stoics grasped this well. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If anyone can show me I'm mistaken or seeing things wrongly, I'll gladly change. It's truth I seek." That's true wisdom, embracing correction as opportunity, not attack. With someone who rejects this, your perspective is always suspect, and the burden of reason falls on you. It's exhausting, lonely. A relationship less about connection and more about control. By refusing fault, she forsakes the Stoic pursuit of truth, walling herself off from growth, understanding, and even love. For a Stoic man, clarity is key. Choose humility and truth in your life, and seek a partner who does the same. Not perfect, but brave enough to admit imperfection. Without that humility, there's no partnership, only rivalry. Life's too short to keep score. Seneca said, "Only time can heal what reason cannot." But in a relationship where reason has no place, time only worsens things. The answer? Seek someone who sees saying, "I was wrong," as strength, not weakness. If she can't, it's time to walk away. Not in anger, but with respect for the wise, peaceful life you're building. Sign 7. She disrespects your time. If life teaches us anything by this age, it's that time is a currency we never reclaim. Money can be earned, health fought for, but time, once spent, is gone forever. That's why a woman who disrespects your time isn't merely careless. She's a threat to your peace. If you're not vigilant, she'll steal years in quiet, subtle ways you won't notice until they're lost. I recall Richard, a Houston contractor I worked with, mid-50s, sharp, disciplined, who built his success from nothing. But his personal life told a different tale. Richard dated Elise, charming and warm, who made him feel desired. Yet, a pattern emerged. She was always late, 20 minutes, then 40. She'd cancel plans last minute, citing mood or sudden priorities, sometimes forgetting entirely. Patient, Richard let it slide. thinking life gets hectic. But months passed, and he was rescheduling work to fit her, waiting alone in restaurants, canceling fishing trips with friends because Elise really wanted to see him, only to bail. One afternoon, after another no-show, he stared at his phone and said, "I'm always waiting." That's what happens when time is disrespected. You're left waiting, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally. If unchecked, it feels normal, as if you must be more understanding. But a stoic man knows better. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Richard realized Elise wasn't busy or forgetful. She didn't value his time because she didn't value him. He'd allowed it by not valuing his own time first. The answer isn't ultimatums, it's clarity. Guard your time as fiercely as your life, for they're the same. A woman who honors you, respects your minutes, showing up as promised, treating them as sacred. Epictetus asked, "How long will you wait before demanding the best for yourself?" Richard stopped waiting, so should you. Time wasted is life wasted. Spend yours where it's cherished. I'd love to hear your journey and victories. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and share your story in the comments. Your successes, challenges overcome. Not sure what to say? Just write, "I love this," to show you finished this session. Your engagement grows our community toward wisdom, turning challenges into opportunities. I'll leave 2 more videos for your personal growth journey. Thank you, and see you in the next video.